Hey, hey, hey! I hope you're having a marvelous Monday. It's your favorite remote work enthusiast, Delilah, and today I have three hot leads. I have full time, okay, I have non-phone. If you want to handle some documents, I have that. And if you're into tech support and maybe you're trying to get your foot in the door, I have a beginner-friendly tech support role, and I think this is going to be great for a lot of people. So I'm not going to delay. We're going to get right into these details. I want you to get your applications in. These leads have been flying, and you already know you got to jump on these hot leads, okay, while they're available. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, select all. That way YouTube tells you every time I post a video. I post them right here Monday through Friday. And now that you've taken care of that business, we are ready to jump in. All right, you guys. So jumping on in here, I told y'all, got three hot leads. I'm gonna give you the details, okay? The highlights. You'll have the links in the description box, and that way you can get your application in. So jumping on in here, the first lead comes from a company called BD, and this company is in medical supplies. I have shared BD before, and if you go over to their Glassdoor, you can see this is a major company, 10,000 plus employees. They've been around since 1897, based out of New Jersey, and they have really high reviews, 5.7 thousand reviews, and people love working here. So don't sleep on BD. Get your application in if you even kind of like the hot lead. Now, jumping into the hot lead, this is for their customer service representative position. It is remote, and they say multiple locations, but they don't give us any exclusions. They just say 100% remote work from home. So we can assume they're hiring US wide. They don't tell us anything other than that. And so as far as the pay goes for this position, as I scrolled down, I did not see them list the pay. So I headed over to Glassdoor, and on Glassdoor, they had a salary listed for customer service representatives. They actually had 20, and it looks like people are making $46,000 per year, which is really good for customer service and customer service roles that don't require you to show up with years and years of experience. They only want you to have 1 year of medical industry or call center customer service experience. So maybe you haven't worked in the medical industry, but you've worked in a call center for a year, or you've worked at McDonald's for a year. That would qualify you for what they're looking for. So that's really good. The pay, $46,000 per year, that breaks down to about $23 per hour. Hey, I'd jump on it. So what are you going to be doing? Well, they let us know that in this role, you will provide effective customer service for all external Liberator Medical Supply Inc. customers by utilizing in-depth knowledge of company products and programs. So you're going to provide timely and accurate information to customers regarding their order status and or product information request according to established department and intra-departmental policies and procedures. So remember, this is a medical supply company. So that's what you're dealing with. And so we know you only need 1 year of experience in customer service, call center, medical industry. You have to have the ability to read, analyze, and interpret medical supply publications. So do you have that ability? Not do you have that experience, but do you have the ability to read and analyze? Do you have the ability to calculate figures and amounts? Do you have ability to solve practical problems and deal with a variety of variables? Do you know Microsoft Office? We better, because we're on the internet doing work. And then they also say ability to work some evening shifts, weekends, or overtime as needed. And that's music to our ears over on this channel. We love some evening, weekends, and overtime. So if you have your high school diploma and you want some really great benefits, I would get my application in ASAP. The apply button is here. And the template that I would use, because I highly recommend using the remote resume builder software, there's a few. Okay, if you're coming from, let's say, McDonald's, for example, or maybe, you're coming from Walmart and you want to apply to this, I would use either Customer Service 1 or Customer Service 2 resume template. If you're someone who has experience working in the medical or healthcare industry, we have multiple healthcare templates. You could use the general healthcare resume template, or if you've worked in like a healthcare call center type environment, which is basically what this role is, you could use the healthcare call center resume template, and this would be great. So you cannot go wrong with any of these resume templates. And we also have you covered with the cover letters, okay? We've got all the cover letters that you need, okay? Healthcare cover letter, healthcare call center, customer service cover letter template. And you can try out all of these templates, okay? These are not the only templates. These are just some of the templates. We have a ton more in the software. All of these are already uploaded in the software. You can try these out for just $1 during our 7-day trial. This is where you can get a chance to see if using the software makes a difference. We make it easy for you to customize. So when you go into the software, you just choose your template. It'll already be fully filled out like this. Then you just go into the wizard, you switch out the information, make it true to you, okay? You gotta have your name and contact info, you gotta have your work history on there, and then boom, you download. You can keep what you wanna keep, leave what you wanna leave, but we have a lot of things that you would want to mention for certain types of jobs. So that's why we have all these different resume templates. And these have really been helpful for a lot of folks, and I think they'll be helpful for you too. So at minimum, try it out for $1, and it's only $37 a month to use all the templates. This is a cloud-based software, so as soon as you sign up, we'll send you an email, you log in, you'll have your own private dashboard that looks like this, and then you just get to work. And it's quick to customize. It's very, very quick and easy. So try out the software. I think you're gonna love it. And now let's move on to hot lead number 2. All right, so jumping on into hot lead number 2, this one comes from an insurance company called Penn Mutual. And I have shared Penn Mutual many times before. Penn Mutual is hiring for a non-phone clerical document processor position. So, just a little bit more about them in case you're not familiar. This is another big company, another company that's been around since 18 whatever, and people enjoy working here. Now, jumping into the lead, this is for their document management center associate position. They were hiring for this about a month ago, and I'm glad to see that they are doing more hiring. And this company, being that they've been around for a long time, they're an insurance company, great reviews and everything. This is someone who we would want to work for. And as far as the pay goes, they let us know that we're going to be making somewhere between $40,000 and $45,000 per year. And that is very good money for a non-phone role. I've told y'all many times before, non-phone jobs, if you saw like a data entry job paying $12 per hour, that is normal. So the fact that they're going to be paying us somewhere between $40,000 and $45,000, that's like $20 per hour minimum at that $40,000, that is actually above the industry standard for a data entry, typing, simple job. That's what that is, okay? So don't be mad at me. I'm just letting y'all know what's real and what's not. And so this is available US-wide, and they just posted this on Friday, so it's still hot off the presses. And to qualify, you just need a high school diploma or equivalent. If you have a college degree, that's preferred, but you don't have to have it. And they just want you to have 1 to 2 years of related work experience, and prior experience with imaging and workflow systems is preferred. So you need to have 1 to 2 years of related experience. Have you been an admin? Have you ever had to deal with documents? Maybe you were on the phone dealing with documents. All of us have dealt with documents, some capacity, I'm sure. So, these are the things that we need, which is bare minimum. Okay, just about everyone qualifies. So what are you doing? Well, it says you're going to receive and classify incoming mail and faxes for various business areas within the company. Perform a variety of tasks, including but not limited to electronic document sorting, preparation and validation, import various types of requests, email, web, fax, bank lockbox exceptions into imaging and workflow systems for distribution to the applicable business areas. Provide backup support for electronic mail distribution functions as needed. This position works under immediate supervision. So if you are someone who is organized, okay, lots of document handling, preparation, validation, all right, you know your way around Microsoft and all that good stuff because you already know you're going to be using that, then this one is for you. The apply button is at the top left. And yes, we have a template for you. I would use the administrative coordinator template. It's going to get all of those things covered that you need to cover. And we want to add our razzle dazzle. So if you have experience doing any of the things that they mentioned, like, maybe you've already worked with something like this role, you've done something with document sorting or preparation. That's something you would further add to your resume to customize it. Okay, if you're used to working with electronic documentations, if you've ever had to monitor and resolve imaging system workflow errors, that's what you would add to the administrative coordinator template to really show that you are the perfect fit. So I would use the resume template, and I would use the administrative coordinator cover letter template, and I would be on my merry way for $1. And let's check out that third and final hot lead. So the third and final hot lead comes from Cigna, and this is one of their contract opportunities. So just jumping on into this lead, this is for a technical customer support associate analyst position. Sounds fancy, but you really don't need a lot. They are looking for someone who has excellent customer service skills, requires good analytical and communication skills. You have experience with Windows 10 and 11, Microsoft Office products, app installation methods, desktop connectivity, printers, mobile devices, networking, remote support, very, very, very basic tech support stuff. Familiarity with ticket logging systems, documents and track status of client inquiries, can complete tasks with minimal supervision. And it says associate's degree in computer science or a related discipline preferred. Okay, so that means it's nice to have, but it is not a requirement. Okay, so if you're someone who you've been trying to get into tech support, maybe you went to school for this, or maybe you've been doing like a lot of work on your own to, build up your tech support skills, I would apply to this. Okay, and it's going to pay between $17 and $20.50 per hour. You're going to get benefits, and this contract is going to last for 26 weeks. So I've talked about, contractor positions a lot. I'll make a video pop up about contractor roles and, temp positions, things of that nature. If you're someone who's been trying to get your foot in the door for an industry, like you're trying to go from, maybe you've been working, again, using McDonald's as an example, you've been working at McDonald's, but now you want to be like an administrative coordinator, temp positions are a great way to get in the door. They're sometimes a little bit easier because they're just trying to get somebody in there pretty quickly. So they're not too stringent. And so you might want to look the contract route. So check this lead out. The apply button is right there. And yes, we have a template. I would use our tech support template. It's perfect. And I would get my application in. So get your application in, y'all. Try it out for $1. You'll be glad that you have the remote resume builder software as a resource. Now, we're not done just yet. I have more resources for y'all. If you want me and my team to look for jobs for you, then join Extra Leads Club today. We add about 3 dozen of the hottest work from home opportunities. We make sure that they are legit, okay? No scams. And then we give you all the information at a glance. So we give you the link to apply, their Glassdoor link, the pay, the location eligibility. We give you all of that stuff at a glance in the Extra Leads Club app. And you can see from this video how easy it is to just search the day. You can search way in the past, or last week, today, whatever you want. You can search, and then boom, you can see all of the hot leads that we have pulled for you. So we look at these and hand pick these leads. These are not just coming straight from the job boards. These are coming from our eyeballs. Okay, we looked and we found them and we said, this is a good one, and we added it. And a lot of the states that are usually not in the number, we make sure we have leads for y'all every day in Extra Leads Club. So no matter where you're at in the US, there is a lead for you to apply to, multiple leads to apply to in ELC. So try it out for just $1, and it's only $10 a month. If you're on the job hunt, like you're serious about, Delilah, I need to get me a remote job. Okay, it's better to have more than one set of hands. So you be looking for jobs, and we'll be looking for jobs too. And it's just $10 a month. So I think everybody hearing my voice right now should join Extra Leads Club. And that way you have more leads ready and waiting for you to apply to, so that you can, stay on track with your job applications. Link is in the description box. Next up is my website, remoteworklife.co. We have a free resource on here called the Mega List of Jobs. There are 680 companies on the Mega List, y'all. These are all companies I have shared in my videos, so we know that they will hire you to work remotely, and we give you, the link to apply directly on their website, and we also make it easy to search the Mega List. So if you're into, maybe administrative work, you can type in admin, and you can see all the companies that we have tagged as offering administrative administrative roles. So it's important to go to companies when you're looking for something very specific, because not every company will hire you to do certain things. So now you know when you go to the mega list, okay, Anthem hires you to do administrative work. Okay, Carrington hires you to do administrative work. I'm gonna look there. And that's how you can find more leads to apply to. So bookmark this page, come here every time you look for a job, and you'll be glad that you did. And last but certainly not least is my Amazon storefront. Amazon has the deals, y'all. I'm never gonna stop talking about these computers, okay? These computers don't break the bank. That's what we really need when we're trying to work from home. So there are packages under $100. Like, you can get half the hookup here. You can get the CPU tower, the mouse and the keyboard, and then you bring your own monitor. Okay, so if you are someone who has a Mac, I use a Mac. Most companies don't let you use a Mac. You need a PC, okay? It's a lot easier to just spend $100 on a PC and bring your own monitor, and now you're, compatible for all of these jobs out here. So Amazon, they have great packages. So check out my Amazon storefront, the mega list of jobs. Join Extra Leads Club today for just $1 and get your application in for just $1 using the Remote Resume Builder software. And thank you guys so much for watching. I truly hope this has been helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.